Oh, what up? It's Donut, and you tuning in to all your Illuminati news. Mysterious things are happening worldwide web. We're gonna get into the spiders. We're gonna get into a lot of interesting information happening right now. I mean, this goes deep, and we are joined by the homuncologist himself, the one-on-one podcast. And you know what? Homuncology is going viral. Pat Williams on the Joe Rogan podcast. You're tuning into Joe Rogan. Brought up alchemy, Illuminati, and the homunculus. Now, this is absolutely viral. And we're going to get into all of it, but we're going to get into spiders because the beginning of the year, if you're a loyal Patreon member, shout out to you, you'll know that I said that this is going to be the spider year. I'm going to play a clip of what I said on my Year of the Dragon decode on spiders. Watch the New Year's Ball countdown. What they're filming is of importance. They're showing you what they want you to see. They want you to see the two people that wear the face coverings. But something I noticed was the spider he was wearing. The spider is what Doja Cat was wearing, and Bad Bunny, who did the ritualistic kiss and showed the Tesla bots twerking before the Tesla bots were even released to the public. Bad Bunny is with Spider-Man. Now, Kirsten Dunst is going to be performing in that Civil War movie, and she's known for the Spider-Man movie and the Spider-Man kiss. So I think spiders are going to play a huge role this year. I think spiders are going to play a huge role this year. What's your thoughts on that, El Chosen One?
Thank you for having me, Don. I have some evidence. I hired a private investigator to take a few pictures for me, or he only sent one picture of Chan because I've got some questions for Chan, Donut. And this is serious stuff, bro.
We got questions for Chan.
We got questions for Chan. So here in a little bit, I'll bring up the evidence and exhibit A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, N, O, P. So yeah, dude, I think it's weird. Last we did the episode,
Chan will be like, I don't owe, I owe you. Never mind.
We have with the last stream that we did last week. We talked a little bit about. We had some interesting calls. You want to share the? You want to share the number out before we?
Absolutely.
Presenting.
So, yeah. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing some presentations, podcasts, hanging out, phone calls. We're doing phone calls now. So I give out Juan's private cell phone number. Now, do not text Juan. Just call him, leave a voicemail, and we will play it and take calls that way. So I'm going to put that in the links, and we're going to go to phone calls at the top of the hour. So here's Juan's private cell phone number. No solar anus.
Well, Donut, we might spoil a little bit of the new movie Spaceman with Adam Sandler, and the spider's name is Hanus, and I'm not even making. I'm not even making this up, bro. The spider's name is Hanus.
Oh, okay. Hanus. How do you spell that?
Hanus, and the U has a accent on it. So just a weird thing that last week we were talking. Shout out to 5 Leaf Clover for gifting those 5 subs. Appreciate you, brother. It's weird that last week we talked about some stuff and it kind of sort of bled into the spider talk. And then once you really start looking in between the lines, the spiders are there. The spiders and the purple. Okay, so we'll get into it because the purple is important. But a lot has happened this week, Donut. A lot has happened. You have some strange news. I know that Rothschild, one of the Rothschilds, died. What was his name? Was his name? What was his name?
Rothschild. And it was a full moon ritual. Everybody knows that on this channel, I say there's going to be rituals on the full moon. And it's a 3-day window prior or after. That's what the ancients said. And he died 2 days after the full moon on a Monday, which is Moon Day. And prior to that, the guy who created the Economist magazine, Evelyn de Rothschild, died the day before another full moon. And the year prior, before that, the Illuminati paper trail, young Dolphin, right? Young Dolph, Illuminati paper route, he died the day prior to an eclipse. We could just see the killers of the flower moon rituals happening.
Bro, I
Bro,
know this guy's name is Jacob Rothschild, the one that died.
right?
You know what Adam Sandler's name in the movie is?
What?
Jakub,
Jakub.
which is
Yeah.
Jacob.
Yeah. There was predicted, like, when they filmed it, it's like they knew. Like, what I noticed in the film is he's wearing the Chiefs colors, right? The Google Year of the Dragon colors right here. But they filmed this, I mean, years and years prior to that, of this releasing, the color coding. How do they know that?
Dude, this is bizarre, man.
Absolutely bizarre.
A lot of the times, you know, sometimes I don't believe everything that I see. But then when the dots start connecting and the web starts to form, right? The web starts to form, you can't deny the connections. You know what I'm saying? And it's interesting, this spider connection, because one of the main heroes that they really push down our throats is Spider-Man. And even Spider-Man's a meme. Spoder-Man, I think, is the meme with the. There's been a ton of them. So it's mimetic magic at its best. And in my opinion, I believe that Spider-Man has some sort of Masonic connections. And I mean, we can get into it. I don't know if you want to do the news first or what. Do you share the number out?
I'm gonna share Juan's private number out. We're gonna be going to calls on the top of the hour. Call in, leave a voicemail. What would the question? Oops, I just said that's wrong. Here it is in the chat room. I'll flash it on the screen as well.
I got text messages coming in, bro. I got people texting me already.
Now, you know, there's going to be a banning of memes. That's been in the news as well, and I can bring that up. Just this whole control, because the memes are so powerful. The meme magic is the key to success for warfare. And we broke down the memes better than anyone, I believe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. Absolutely.
Yeah, the Spider-Man. How is Spider-Man Masonic?
So here's the thing. I had a listener one time send me a picture for a page from a book here. I'm going to pull it up here in a second, where it's talking about allegedly, you know, these Masons are up to no good. An alleged Masonic god, a hidden Masonic god. Now, I'm gonna pull it up here. I don't know if you can see it on my screen over there, bro.
Can I pull it up?
Yeah, you can pull it up. So the hidden Masonic god allegedly is this Jabulon. So Jabel on. I've seen it as well as Jabal or Ball on. And allegedly this is a connection. Again, I'm not, this is all new to me. I learned about this recently. And it connects to this deity. All right.
Is that Dan?
Listen, dude, listen, Donut. You might be in danger, because I did get those pictures. And I don't know about you, bro, but is that Chan? Chan has some explaining to do. What is he doing hanging out with one of the...
Chan tried to spray me last night. I swear.
I think that Chan works for the Illuminati, bro. There, I said it. This
Illuminati confirmed.
Hold on, let me find that button. I know people don't want to accept that.
Illuminati confirmed.
But it needs to be said, don't it?
How dare you, Juan? How dare you? You coward.
He's put you under a spell, dude.
How dare you?
I don't know, but check this guy out.
My little boy.
We got the frog. We talked about Keck, the frog, the god of chaos. And then we have this weird king, which, right? We had that Rothschild kind of royalty pass on, right?
Damn.
So allegedly, this is connected to this hidden Masonic god And of course, the Masons say, no. There's no such thing. We worship the God of the Bible. Sure. Okay. Whatever you say. Again, I'm not a Mason, so I wouldn't know. But if I was accused of worshiping a miscellaneous God, this is probably something that I would
Yeah,
say.
can I show a picture that kind of looks like that?
Yeah, go for it.
Toy Story
Yes.
Spider right there. Now hold on, I'm gonna hijack the interview real quick. We just crashed through 1,000 people watching. Every time we crash through 1,000, I like to remind everybody to smash that like button and share this video out, as we are heavily shadow banned over here up on the channel. I'm gonna do that every time we're streaming on Rumble, Facebook, Twitter, X, all that, YouTube. Yep. But continue, my friend.
Still can't believe about Chan, dude. I knew he was an agent. Look at him. He likes to act innocent, but we're on to you, Chan. Show yourself, coward. Where is he? Donut.
He's right up here. He's sleeping. He doesn't care. He
doesn't care.
He doesn't even care.
He's a charlatan, bro. He doesn't care. So we have this connection to this hidden Masonic God that people talk about. I had that the listener sent me this page from the Holy Royal Arch, which we talked about Royal Arch Freemasonry on the palm trees, the Illuma palm trees.
Bro, and you know what? Speaking of Illuma palm trees, I just got to bring up that Cat Williams, he brought up the Michael Hastings event, right? You know what I mean? And did I text you the day prior and say, Michael Hastings, look into it, that he crashed into a palm tree?
Listen, dude, it's all about, and I actually bought some date fruits today because I've never tried date fruits. And it's all about forbidden knowledge. Okay. So remember what I told you, that they'll do these things, and it's funny that they brought that up in the first minutes of the Joe Rogan interview with Cat Williams, and they brought up a whole bunch of different things. Now notice right there in the title, Donut, back out real quick. In the title,
look at the Sampuco eyes.
I don't want to look at the Sampuco eyes. No, look at the title. 2111. Well, 21 in military time is 9, so it's 9/11. If we were to read that as military time.
2111. Whoa! I wish I had a sound effect. I'd do a sound effect.
I don't have an explosion sound effect, but hold on, let's see. No, wrong one.
Illuminati confirmed.
So, all right, we got the 2111. 21 is 9/11, and Cat Williams. Now, you're not going to really learn anything new from this interview because Joe Rogan's not into the occult, he's not into alchemy or anything like that. So it's just pretty much Cat Williams making a bunch of noises with his mouth and just saying a bunch of different occult esoteric things without saying a whole bunch. Okay.
He's wearing the checkerboards. Could that mean something? And even the chain is black and white.
He's wearing the checkerboard, and he's got that thing around his neck that a lot of people are talking about. And he said that he modeled it after the Anunnaki watch that allegedly would let the Anunnaki travel in and out of time. So
right here's the Truth Mafia website. They got the watch right there, the picture. But yeah,
it's a compass. So I mean, we know that the Masons love their compasses,
right?
Their compasses. And so it was just a very bizarre interview. And he insinuates about the golem. He says that a certain group of people throughout history have been using this, and he's talking about the EUs. You know who I'm talking about, right? He was talking about the EUs, bro. Yeah, of course.
He's talking about me.
He might have been talking about Adam Sandler. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, he was talking about the EUs. You know, so. Listen, dude, it was a bizarre thing. He says it all goes back to the homunculus. So as soon as I heard that, Donut, I texted you. And I said, Donut. I said, Donut. He's talking about homunculus. And listen, dude, as head of homuncology here in Florida,
right?
We know that Cat Williams has been watching the Donut Factory, and he saw me on there.
So we broke the homunculus story, and then you did the Mind Unveiled video after we broke the homunculus rising story, and you brought the homunculus to the world. The homunculus is rising. Everybody smash that like button. The homunculus is rising.
I gotta get a horn sound. Bang, bang, bang.
Illuminati confirmed.
Can I get a
Oh, yeah.
Can I get a oh yeah, donut? Can I?
Oh, yeah.
Can I get a oh yeah in the chat, everybody?
Get a oh, yeah in the chat.
Where's Chan, bro? We want to talk to Chan. Come on.
He's sleeping. I can't interrupt his sleep. I swear he sprayed me last night.
While you were sleeping, bro. I don't know, dude. He watches you. He's sucking your soul little by little, dude, and he's feeding it to the Illuminati. So
I love Chan. I love him. And support, you know what? If you want to support the channel, support Chan's mission, complete world domination. Make sure to subscribe to my Patreon. My Patreon, we got live shows. We just talked to Christopher Knowles, Rick Spence, Nick Bryant, Ole Demigard. Oh my goodness. We get the fire ritual stuff we can't talk about, and you get to support Chan's cat treats. I mean, absolutely fantastic. Plug yourself, and then we'll go into the Viagra, spiders, boners, inducing venom to treat people let down with the blue pill.
Bro, where do you find these stories, Donut? Move over, Viagra. This spider's boner inducing. What?
Yeah, but plug yourself, and then we'll get into the spider boners.
So if you wanna learn about the homunculus, all the homunculus lore, you can go to tjojp.com and get it's 33 only 33 pages long, Donut, of homunculus lore. I gotta cut my nails, so ignore that. But 33 pages full of homunculus. Damn, bro.
Damn, son.
Don't get in there. So yeah, there you go. So homunculus lore, tjojp.com, at the Juan on Juan podcast on all social media platforms. I do have a YouTube. I am streaming to my YouTube channel right now as well. Juan on Juan podcast, all that good stuff. I have weekly shows. I release almost one episode a day sometimes on the Patreon. You know that, Donut. You're a patron as well over on my side. So patreon.com/the Juan on Juan podcast. And dude, this was a wild week, bro. I was excited for this stream. I got the purple lights going.
You do got them purple lights going. Look at that. I got, oh yeah, hold up.
Like your haircut, bro. Oh, and by the way, Donut, happy birthday, bro. It was actually your birthday this week.
The day that the Lord Rothschild died.
Yeah. Oh, really, dude?
Yeah.
Hold up.
Illuminati confirmed.
Johnny Cash's birthday too.
Yikes, Donut.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
fell down in a burning ring of fire, went down, and the flames went higher.
South Park. All right, so we're talking about the spiders. South Park, there's an episode in South Park where the Vatican is run by a queen spider. This episode came out in 2002. Now, when you brought up the spider stuff to me, I did a little bit of digging, bro. And I found some stuff. There you go. That's the South Park episode where the Vatican is run by this giant spider. Okay, and we know that South Park, Simpsons, all these shows, either predictive programming, mimetic magic, sigil magic, we don't know what they're doing, but it turns out that the spider archetype goes back in history thousands of years ago. One of the first spider goddesses allegedly would weave reality in and out. So let me pull her up here.
Wow.
Actually, I don't have her on here. I have her on my phone. On my tablet.
I can Google it for you.
Yeah, Google spider goddess.
Okay.
And this is really interesting, bro, because now I'm not saying anything, okay? I'm not saying anything weird, but I'm going to say some weird stuff. So before people start popping off, I just want you guys to know that's not the one. It's an Egyptian one, but that is one of them. Okay, so we have this.
Look at that tree.
Yeah, there you go. So,
okay.
And this one's, I forgot what the name of this one was, but the Egyptian one. Now, what's interesting about the Egyptian spider goddess, mind you, it's a goddess. So Neith is associated with the spider as the spinner and weaver of destiny. As a deity, the goddess Neith wove the entire world into being with her loom. It is said she reweaves the world daily, much like a spider that consumes and reweaves its own web. So we kind of have this Ouroboros reincarnation disc sort of entity, right? Now, what's interesting about this is that in quantum theory, there's something called string theory. And it's almost like string theory is that the entire universe and everything together is tied together in some sort of web, right?
Mm.
So what are
Yeah,
they getting at with this?
that's
And
like string theory. String, like spider does the string. Okay,
mhm.
gotcha.
In the occult, if you were to capture a spider while it was weaving its web, it could be used as a sort of amulet too. So again, we have this spider connection. Now, there's various spider goddesses, and the one thing that really stood out to me was that, again, this is just the history, okay? They relate this, they syncretize. So there's a syncretic leap over from this goddess to Mary, the mother of Jesus. Now, in Spider-Man, who do you have? Isn't the girl's name
Mary Jane.
Mary? Mary
Mary
Jane.
Jane. Right.
Okay. So MJ there, that I just thought that was weird. And again, they relate it because of the parthenogenesis where you can have offspring without intercourse or coitus. Okay. So there's that connection in history, which I found very interesting. And the more you look and you dig into the history and the occult, I said, I've seen something like this before. And I've done a lot of reading of Kenneth Grant.
Okay.
And you want to pull up Spider Madonna and Baby Jesus?
Sure.
And think about it. It plays into this Spider-Man narrative, this superhero narrative. And it's interesting to note that in every different universe of the Spideyverse, right? So in Spider-Man, they have
Which picture would it be?
so it's literally called, it's like literally Madonna is a spider and she's holding baby Jesus. So let me hear. I'll pull
Oh,
it up
this
here on
one's
my.
got a little UFO in there.
Uh-oh. Here, I'll
Yeah,
pull
we
it up.
might need you to pull that one up. I don't see it.
It's all good. So here, you want to pull up my screen over here so I
And
can.
you got, and also you got Kirsten Dunst. This is how the simulacrum works. So Joe Biden got pooped on a bird while Elon Musk was acquiring the Bluebird Twitter, and 60 Minutes released The Birds Aren't Real all at the same time. So all this bird stuff. And we have all this spider stuff happening in the year of the dragon. Here's Doja Cat, all her stuff. I mean, the alchemy going down with Beyonce, Doja Cat, and the Swifties all over the place, over the web, right? The World Wide Web. And,
We're gonna get there.
Okay, we'll get there.
Yeah. I'm weaving this web right now, bro. Mind you, at Bohemian Grove, right?
Ooh,
No weaving spiders welcome, right? Is that what
you
it says?
see that
Weaving spiders come not here. My bad.
right there
I
on the
completely butchered that.
Bohemian Grove. It says, "Weaving spiders come not here." Bohemian Grove, prominent, ritualistic.
Which is interesting, right? That saying there. What
What the
do
heck?
spiders have anything to do with?
Bohemia Grove. Spiders in Bohemia Grove. What is it all about?
What is it all
Juan?
about? Well, the story that Spaceman, almost like Spider-Man, was
Space,
based off of.
right?
It's a novel that was written in 2017 that takes place in Bohemia.
Oh,
Okay, so we have that Bohemian. Again, Bohemian Grove in the United States and Bohemia are two different places now. I can't find this freaking picture that I had found earlier. I had it pulled up,
so
but
the movie is based off of what?
all right, bro. So, and I probably a little bit of spoilers for people if they haven't seen it. It came out today, so cover your ears if you're listening to this. But essentially, what it is about an astronaut in space who is very lonely, and he gets this. I don't know if it was imaginary the entire time or it was a real thing, but this spider friend, and he comes out and pretty much gives him advice about his marriage and also reveals things about the universe to him, and he's able to find the cause of what they call a purple specter that is in the sky for the last 4 years in the story, and they travel to that specter and they're able to extract what is going on there. Now, spoiler alert, this is why the purple is important, everybody. Right? We've had purple street lights going around. Donut and I have talked about the Hans purple and how it could be used for consciousness transfer. Well, the specter is actually the ending and beginning of the universe. It's everything all at once in that area. And the spider takes Adam Sandler's Jacob, his character, through it, and he experiences all of reality all at once, bro. Okay, so it's almost like that Boatis void that that Ani talks about, where it's about this almost like another reality or realm, this other dimension. And think about it. So if you want to pull my
Shout
screen,
out to Ani Asaru.
shout out to Ani. Happy birthday to Ani. It was actually his birthday a couple days ago.
Birthday
So
to Ani, everybody.
is that Adam Sandler?
Yeah, Popeye's chicken's effing awesome.
So if you want to pull my screen up here real quick, Donut, because what is very prevalent, right? We're talking about maybe perhaps there being a preternatural intelligence and an intelligence outside of space and time that controls reality. Now, hear me out. This is probably the Nephilim. I've heard the Nephilim described as insectoid in nature. Well, spiders and insects are two different things. Okay, so we have arachnid and the insectoid or something like that. I forgot the name of the insects, but what's one of the main things in the newest Spider-Man movies? Well, across the Spider-Verse. Okay, and what do the spiders do? The spiders control reality. They control all the multiverses that there are. Okay, the Spider-Man controls all the realities. Okay, and this is why it's important, because we have our boy Nicolas Cage. Shout out to Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage.
I love Nicolas Cage. Okay, we know that his son is following me on Instagram, so shout out to Weston Cage. Okay, he was one of the Spider-Men. Now, I think that Nick Cage is one of the last good actors that there are in Hollywood, and he hasn't sold out. And he was telling us something about by playing this particular Spider-Man, because I believe that all of Nick Cage's movies are a revelation of some method. Okay, and he's trying to tell us something.
Bro, his newest movie, man. Oh my gosh, there was a scene in it. It's so funny that once I get all professional and get one of them soundboards, I'm gonna clip it.
So one of the things that stood out to me was, so Into the Spider-Verse, there's a various versions of them. And it's interesting to note that in the Spider-Verses, every single different spider, and check out the one from one of the newest ones, has got the A, right? 42 or A24 that we've talked about, the cursed movies.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, Ani, and Nick Cage does have some, I guess, pro-Masonic movies that he puts out, but I think he's one of the good guys, all right? So I love Nick Cage. So the different spiders have different powers in each and every single different movie. Okay, and we know there's an endless multiverse of Spider-Men. But one of the things that stood out to me in the across the Spider-Verse is that this portal is the hexagon. Now, what's interesting about the hexagon, what's interesting about outer space, I know some people don't like to talk about outer space and all these different things.
Well, I mean, this movie proves that you can fake outer space. The movie itself proves that you can fake filming outer space.
Absolutely. You can fake a lot of things, don't it? And yeah, outer space is definitely one of those. And who knows, have we been out there? And this is why I believe in space I don't believe the narrative they've told us. I think that space, and the reason why I believe in space, Donut, is
Illuminati
because
confirmed.
here, let me hit you.
Illuminati confirmed.
The reason I believe in space is because it's important in the occult, Donut, and it's been used in the occult. Coming up in, I think, November, they're gonna have the Artemis launch. They're gonna put a woman on the moon, allegedly.
Oh, well, everything's about the woman being the future. That's why you had the shaman Davos woman blowing, blowing, doing the on the Davos.
Oh, the
Because
weird, yeah. Can you play
because
that clip?
she, well, I can I play it like right now?
Yeah, I think it'll really set the mood from what I'm about to drop on everybody.
I gotta find it, but the reason she was selected, yeah, I could play it. I got it right here. The reason she was selected for Davos is because she's the first woman shaman to take power. Here it is.
This is really scary, don't it?
I want my winning. I want my winning. No my own why. Why should I?
That was so creepy, dude. Did Chan wake up from that?
Nah, nothing can
No?
wake him. Chan is all powerful. Like he will crush anything. He sleep through anything. I've seen him. He's an indoor outdoor cat, so I've seen him scrap. I've seen, he's gone through it all. He's seen me get sober. He's seen me in addiction and sobriety. He's seen me grow up.
We love Chan, but he's part of the Illuminati. I'm sorry to tell you, Donut. Okay, and I don't mean to burst
The
your bubble.
Illuminati wand.
Illuminati confirmed.
So
When are you going to show us your homunculus?
listen, dude. That's only that's nowhere. Okay, listen. So the
Look,
reason
how can you even look, this is a thought I've been experimenting with, is how can you know the earth isn't flat, or how can you know the earth isn't round? Because nobody can get up there.
And that's why, again, I believe that space is another realm, another dimension. And I think that the rockets that they fire up, the phalluses that they fire up into the firmament, I think that's a ritual, bro. I mean, there's a reason why Parsons would cite the hymn to Pan every rocket launch. He was steeped into the occult. And this is a guy who was trying to create a homunculus for real. Jack Parsons, JPL. We know for a fact that it was into the occult. So I think it all goes back to this, right? Why are you naming all of your different rockets after different gods and goddesses, Greek gods and goddesses? And I think it was Diana Pasoko was talking about how they're putting ancient Greek writing on these rockets. The Raptor rocket has 33 engines. Do you think that was my mistake, bro? That has 33 engines? Come on, man. I mean,
If you remember in the beginning of the movie, this movie right here that we're talking about, it was Beta 33 on his call. It said that, but
really, I didn't catch that.
I see so many 3.3s that I was like, I'm just gonna skip it, and now I regret skipping.
Wow, that's a good catch. So I was watching. I'm gonna have to watch the movie again to catch everything else. But so back to this hexagon with that's the portal to the other side. Well, we know that
is why the Star of David is the Star of David, because it's a hexagon. It's a hex. It's a curse.
Absolutely. So, and if you connect all of the lines, the points on a hexagon, it forms a cube. So we have the Saturn time cube simulation hypothesis that was actually, bro, Nick, shout out to Nick Hinton. That was actually the first ever interview. That's episode number 2 of the Juan on Juan podcast here as we approach, we're well over the 200 episode, but that was episode number 2, bro, that I did. And it was about the Saturn time cube. Check this out. This is one of my favorite sound clips. I made this with AI.
Space is fake and gay.
Hey, space is fake and gay.
Pieces.
I think it's a realm. I think that the people that are part of the space program are initiated. If you look at all the symbolism of the Space Force, it's all occult. It all goes back to the Great Beast. And I think that space is another realm. And I think these people are going somewhere, but I don't think it's in outer space. And I think that space is a thing and a concept because occultists such as Kenneth Grant, which I knew I knew I'd seen the spider stuff somewhere, Donna, and it was with Kenneth Grant's work. Okay, so this whole time cube thing is allegedly this is the conspiracy that reality is being controlled by Saturn, and that there's a cymatic device on Saturn that is projecting reality with the rings and all that over to Earth. If you listen to the sounds from outer space, Saturn sounds like people screaming.
Well,
Okay.
it was in the news, and we broke the submarine Titan stuff.
Yes.
And in the news right now, and guess who else? Cat Williams and Joe Rogan brought up the submarine as well, I heard. And they were hearing knocking and banging or something.
Wait, what is that? Go up again? New Titan sub documentary. Where's that at?
I don't know. We find it live.
We gotta watch that. That sounds really interesting.
Mm,
Doom Times featured a clip. So I guess it's already out. The new trailer, something or other up top.
And we connected this with well, you did, but we podcast on it. How is the Shamir?
Got millions of views, bro. Millions of people saw that.
Views. Like, that's the thing. That's why Cat Williams be tuning into people like us, because he even said that the reason why he's so good is because he comes up with new material. And that's something that we do as well. We always bring the new material, like the homunculus or the Shamir or whatever it is, the color coding. And we all collectively, Tommy, Ani, you, me, we're getting massive amounts of views, even if we are removed consistently. We still get out there in the world. There's videos of little clips of me that other people post with 1 million views. I don't get any, monetization for that. They do, but and they don't give me a shout out, but whatever. I'm just trying to make the point. I'm not bitter about it. I'm not mad about it. I'm not bitter.
You sure about that? Are you sure about that?
Views. So for us to be like, yo, Cat Williams is watching, the El Chosen One is not egotistical at all. He's definitely watching.
That's
and
why.
We also got Cat Williams. I'll bring him on here in a little bit. Special guest, because he told us that he watches it.
I wasn't gonna spoil the surprise, bro, but I did receive a text from Cat Williams, and he is gonna be calling in later today. So that is the special guest of the podcast. And he told me he's a fan of the show, bro. He told me he watches all my videos. He's probably watching right now, bro, for all we know. Okay. So shout out to Cat Williams.
Yeah, I like special like button Cat Williams. Or I would have the Truth Mafia Chan Cat.
Yeah. Show your face, coward. Show your face. Look at this guy. This guy's not dude. He's not fooling me anymore. I'm gonna stand up to Chan, dude. I'm gonna stand up to him. Donut. I'm gonna punch him really hard, bro. He did say nothing important, because again, the important stuff you're gonna find it here on the Donut Factory or the Juan podcast, and that's where they come for the goodies, and that's where they come for the good stuff, because we peel apart everything here. Okay, so Chan. All right, so
finish it up so we can bring Cat Williams up on the show.
We have here this.
I'm sorry, that's so rude of me. I'm so sorry.
You're good, bro. We have here the.
Hurry up! Finish it up. I'm just joking.
The black cube of Saturn that allegedly is projecting reality, right? And it's the demiurge, and that's why you see the worship of cubes here on Earth, right? No shade to anybody, but you have certain groups, right? You have the InfoWars. Shout out to Ani Osaru in the chat. Make sure to go subscribe to his channel. He does great work. Me and Ani are going to be linking up here soon to do another presentation. Whenever we get together, it's always magic. So there is cube symbolism in a lot of movies. The Transformers series, the Allspark is a cube. The Hellraiser series, the main thing is a cube there. You have the guy from the Muppets writing this story, this movie about a guy trapped in a cube that he is made out of strawberry filling or something really weird. The memorial at 9/11 is 2 huge cubes. You had that guy that fell like 33 feet into that hole.
Yeah,
It was
9/11.
Yeah, that was weird. It looked like he was bleeding, and I don't know, maybe that was some sort of offering or something. Who knows? I mean, that entire site.
You just see that 33 everywhere.
Yeah, you see the 33 emerging in a lot of places. Now, when I dug deeper, bro, I said, okay, this is interesting. So we have the cube linked to Saturn, which is time, which time is important, right? I was listening to Terrence McKenna, and he was talking about how, right,
Illuminati confirmed.
the worldwide. Here, let me play. Hold on. I gotta make sure I got it.
Father time.
Homunculus confirmed.
Saturn is Father Time. It's the Grim Reaper.
Yes, and also
why you wear an earring.
yes, and the CERN created the World Wide Web. So you have
CERN created a World Wide Web. I'm happy you said that correctly.
yeah, the World Wide Web. They created it, and it was Terrence McKenna. He was talking about how the internet is this a representation of time itself. And if you think about it, you can access traveling on the internet. You have to go in through a portal. Okay. So you're being sucked into another dimension. That's why I believe there are viruses on the internet. I think that there are also paranormal viruses that people can get. I mean, there's stories of people being gang stalked and there's movies about this. And I believe this because I've known people who have experienced this. Okay, that they're being gang stalked through the internet by showing their face and all that other stuff. So that's why it's weird to sometimes be in the limelight when it comes to a lot of stuff, because again, I think you can be attacked. Okay. So when I started digging deeper, I said, I've seen this spider somewhere. Where else have I seen this spider? Well, it turns out Kenneth Grant at the ISIS Lodge. Okay. Kenneth Grant at the ISIS Lodge. In his book, The Ninth Arch, or Arc. And
Arch,
however you say it, who cares? Okay. Now, the thing about Kenneth Grant's work, and I've actually interviewed the head of the Typhonian OTO, Michael Staley. Yeah, a little bit ago. The interesting part about Kenneth Grant's work is that he assumes that you know everything that he is about to drop. Yeah, well, I'm controlled up, absolutely, bro. I'm controlled up with 15,000 subscribers. Listen, the Ninth Arch.
He was talking about me. He wasn't talking about you.
Oh,
I got that 128.
All right. Oh well, still.
And I'm Jewish.
You'd be monetized, Donna, if you were controlled up. Trust me, you'd be making a lot more money from this.
I got removed off of Vimeo for I'm not even gonna say why.
Yeah.
But for being anti something.
What?
Yeah,
I'm telling you, it's Chan, bro.
Chan be messing up
it's Chan.
my life. No, I'm just joking. I love Chan, bro. I love Chan. I ride like if the one thing, look, you got to make a grateful list, everybody. If you want to be positive through the dopocalypse, step number 1 is write a gratitude list. And if you aren't grateful for what you have, why would anything else make you more grateful? And Chan is number 1 on my gratitude list. You hear that, Chan? He doesn't care.
He doesn't care, bro.
He just wants to
I'm your real friend, Donut, not Chan. Forget about Chan.
Okay.
So I was the Ninth Arch, however you say it. Right, Typhonian OTO, Kenneth Grant. Here he's talking about this other world, bro. The Mob Zone, the Universe B, the Upside Down, the opposite side of the Tree of Life. Okay. And how and look at that last sentence. This is on the first page, bro. Okay, this says, and a desire a desire to participate, to enter into a world of which most mortals are unaware and often remain so for the length of their lives. This other world we call the mob zone. Now, what's interesting is that I was like, oh, I've seen a cover. I've seen a spider on the cover of the Outside the Circles of Time by Kenneth Grant. Now, I haven't read all of Kenneth Grant's work, and Kenneth Grant's work is I'm going to warn everybody. I've been warned to not read Kenneth Grant because Kenneth Grant's work allegedly opens portals. Okay, so if you're going to read these books, I'm not responsible for anything. Okay.
I bought one of his books and I didn't. Oh no, I'm thinking of Kenneth Anger. My bad.
Well, yeah. Again, another one of those guys involved with Holly Weird. You got
I bought this. It's hard to read because there's all these images I don't want to see. So
yes.
I haven't read it.
So just a heads up that if you're going to be diving into this, when I see things or feel things, I invoke the name of Jesus Christ. It works for me, might not work for you, whoever. Okay. So I'm looking at this and they're talking about these essentially seances and magical rituals that they were doing once upon a time. And they had a communication. There you go. Ani knows exactly what I'm talking about. And mind you, what did we grow up with? Also, Donut, the itsy bitsy spider.
Spider went up the water spout.
Play the creepy music, dog.
Yeah, I'm looking for it. Down came the rain. Watch the spider.
Bro, if I heard that under my bed at night, bro, I'd poop my pants, bro.
The itsy bitsy spider walked up the water spout. No.
Here, let me send you the song that I made.
Send it. And then send me the song and continue because we got Cat Williams and we're gonna bring him on and then we're gonna get back to your presentation.
Yeah, I forgot. So I think he was gonna text me before he came on to let me know. But so we have this download that they got during this seance. Okay. Now, what's interesting was, check this out. One form of Typhonian template frequently deployed was an intelligence which gave us the name Oish, a Chaldean word meaning a spider. This entity assumed control of the proceedings and through various media issued oracles or magical verses which were written down and later collected to form the book Oish. So the book of the spider. Okay, whoa. So they were doing a seance at the New Isis Lodge and allegedly they were receiving downloads and they were doing this ritual and a spider arachnid entity took over and gave them a book, bro. They downloaded an entire book from this entity. And it's in this book, The Ninth Arch. So if you want to read that, I mean, again, it's long book. It's 29 pages, 29 different chapters, I believe it was. And he does a commentary. Now, I'm not going to get on it because it's a 250 something page book. Okay. But
the word
Oish.
Yeah. Like Yabish, like Kendrick Lamar, he does Yabish.
Hey, who knows? It's okay, bish, like.
And there's a good comment. Some Weed to G says that image you showed, the frog, Pepe, the person, the Rothschild, and the cat. No,
Williams. The cat was Chan, not Cat Williams. It was Chan, and I can prove it to you guys. Look at that.
They look alike, sure, but
bro, dude,
you can tell. I can totally
disprove. You're brainwashed, Donut.
Homunculus confirmed.
All right, you're brainwashed, dude. Don't fall for it. Chan is controlled op, and Chan keeps getting you demonetized. All right. So
Chan means gift from God.
He's a gift from somewhere else, bro. No. I'm gonna tell you that much right now, dude. All right. So all he does is scream at you, dude. I've heard him meowing when we're
He
on the
does
phone.
scream at me when he's mad.
He's rude.
He is.
Sure.
He could be rude, but that's just because he's a free spirit. He wants to go outside and mingle.
So let me show you. Here, I'm gonna send you the link to the in the private chat. Oh wait. Okay, I see what's going on here.
Oh, look, we weren't controlled up. It was somebody up in the comments. Thanks, spirits ambassador. Like that's how sensitive we are. We get sensitive when somebody.
Yeah.
We're like,
We take pride in our work. That's all I'm saying. All right, we take pride in our work, and I think I might have to hold on. Give me a second, dude. I think I'm having somebody. I think someone's gonna call me here in a second. Oh, hold on.
I got the music, but I can't play it for it all. Let's bring on Cat Williams real quick, and then we'll get back into your presentation.
Yeah, he's. I think he's gonna call me here in a second, dude. I'm nervous, bro.
No, he's in the chat. Like he's in the StreamYard.
Is he really?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring him on right now, and then we'll get you back in your presentation.
All right, yeah, go for it, dude.
Cat Williams, please do not curse because we want this to be good.
This is a family show. We have
family show. Sure, we talk about spiders and Viagra and honors, but we want to keep it PG for. So we're gonna bring on Cat Williams.
I'm nervous, don't it?
Cat, what's going on?
You just so happened to let me in the chat earlier. I would have explained to you Juan Ayala. Anyways, it is a pleasure to be here with both of you gentlemen. I wanted to give the audience an opportunity to ask me questions because you damn near didn't see Joe Rogan ask me damn near not one question that I wasn't able to answer. So I wanted to come here first here on Donuts channel because Donuts be covering all of the Illuminati.
That's right. Well, I'm happy to have you up on here.
I'm a big fan. Somebody's
I'm nervous right now, man.
Donut, you are not on drugs, right?
I'm sober.
Is this Cat Williams with a K or Cat Williams with a C? Who do we got?
Juan, do not make me reach through this damn Mac computer I have and slap you across the face. You know I've been pimping since pimping been pimping, and pimping is with a K.
Oh, dude, we got people unsubbing from the channel because of Cat Williams. Listen, Cat, I'm a big fan, dude. I know that Rogan's not into all this occult stuff, and you were dropping some hammers. You brought up the homunculus. Where was it that you got the homunculus idea from? Tell the truth. Do you watch Donut Factory? Do you watch Juan on Juan? What's going on, bro?
Paul Bunyan was a 50-foot tall man with a giant blue ox. Where do you think the ox came from, and why do you think it was blue?
I don't know why.
Smurfs, Juan.
Oh, bro.
Homunculus confirmed.
And no man did not build the pyramid.
Donut, what do you think about this, bro? You think the Smurfs gave?
I'm happy you brought up the Smurfs because what I know about the Smurfs is it is Mithra cult. So
Yeah,
you got the Mithra hat and the color of the mushroom that you'd be drinking.
Yes, and to answer your question, Juan, you know alchemically what is going on. So I have learned nothing from you, but I recognize your gangster. You real recognize real.
Real eyes recognize real homunculus. Absolutely, Cat. I appreciate that, bro. You know, when I first saw that, dude, I was freaking out a little bit. And hopefully Rogan will have me on to break down homunculus because I am the leading homuncologist here in Florida, the last living homuncologist.
People
actually
in Florida know that nothing goes into space without the military flying around. Juan, my brother, you and I both know the Hollywood is being used to create the homunculus.
Homunculus confirmed.
Absolutely. Donut, what do you think? How'd you get Cat Williams on the show, dude?
I have my ways of reaching out to people.
He's got the receipts.
He's got the receipts, right? Is it true you read, was it 5,000 books or 3,000 books? Something? Was it 33,000 books or something like that?
You listen to the interview with goddamn Joe Rogan. I explained it to him. I'm explaining it to Shay Shay. How many goddamn times do I have to tell everybody from the age of 8 to the age of 12? I read 6,000 books, 8 hours a day.
It's a lot of books.
Well, I'm happy
All I
you
did was
joined us.
read.
I'm happy you joined us, Kat. But like, I'm a little nervous because I'm I'm starstruck right now.
Starstruck, bro.
So where can
I
people
understand.
find you?
I'll be on the streets. The streets keep watching. That is all.
Well, thank you for hopping up on here.
Thank you, Cat. Appreciate you, bro.
Oh my
Dude,
goodness, that was.
I know
that
he was in
Cat
StreamYard.
Williams. It just seems. I don't know. That was wild. That was wild, but I was nervous, to be honest. I don't know what was gonna happen there.
Neither did I, bro. I think you took a chance with that. I think we're on the
Yeah, it shook me up. It shook me up for sure.
that that was Crack Williams, everybody. So
Maybe we could go to some phone calls now since we had Cat, or we can go back to the presentation.
up to you, bro. Let me see if I got anybody calling in. But I want to talk a little bit more about this movie. So we have we have a few calls. All right. I'm gonna have to set these up, bro. But listen, dude, I want to talk more about this movie because he brings up a whole bunch of interesting concepts in the movie that I want to talk about. Because right, we have the purple, we have Chan here chilling with one of the princes of hell, this weird looking guy, Keck, right? The frog. We have the Typhonian OTO making contact and extracting a book from the tunnels of Set, allegedly. Okay. Now, if you read the book, I couldn't really pull anything from it, but it's there. The ninth arc or arch, however you want to say it, Kenneth Grant. Also, in the movie, he encounters a interstellar spider. Okay. So this weird spider that he encounters. And the spider's revealing to him secrets about himself, how to fix his marriage, how to appreciate things in life, all these weird concepts. And in this particular movie, they mention Prague. And they mention the clock at Prague. I don't know if you've ever seen this clock before, Donut. The clock at Prague. And what's interesting,
Clock of Prague. No, I'll Google it.
yeah, so look up Prague astronomical clock. Now, I've talked about Prague before because Prague is a very interesting place. You had Rudolph II there, right? So there's that Prague astronomical clock, and in this movie, he brings it up.
Yeah, well, and there he's talking through the Czech communicator, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have this astronomical clock. Now, we don't know the origins of this clock.
Really?
We don't know who built it. We don't know who put it there. We don't know anything about it.
Wow.
What we do know, though, Donut, and I'd be interested to see if anyone in the chat is from Prague or in the area around Prague, and if they are doing maintenance on this clock, because the reason that this is important is because whenever in history they've done maintenance on this clock or it's broken down, things happen, Donut. World
Really?
events happen. Bad things start to happen. So I'm wondering, by them bringing it up on this movie, if they're kind of hinting at either something's happening with this clock. And the interesting part about Prague, that's where the stories of the 16th century golem take place. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Judai Rabbi Love, I've heard it said various ways,
Shout
He
out to Rabbi Lowe.
created, yeah, shout out to Rabbi Lowe. He creates the golem, right, which Cat Williams brought up on the
Doesn't it
interview
look
with
like
Rogan.
CERN? Like it looks like the CERN logo a little bit.
Yeah, it tracks. Again, nobody knows what it's for or who built it, but anyone who's tampered with it passes away. Weird things happen when it stops working, or they shut it down for maintenance until they bring it back up and running. So there's a superstition around the clock. It's interesting because I brought up Saturn, Father Time, how allegedly Saturn might be controlling. It might be the demiurge. Saturn is the sixth planet from the sun. Saturn day, sixth day of the week, has a six-sided shape on its north pole. 666. You have that Saturn CERN connection. So, right, there's the Golem of Prague, and it was allegedly created to protect the Jewish ghettos because they were attacking the Jewish people. Now, Prague is where they say that, because in Prague, the earth has the prima materia, and that's how they were able to create the golem. The prima materia is something that you need in alchemy to create the magnum opus, to achieve the magnum opus. In some lures, you need the philosopher's stone in order to create a homunculus or a golem. And this prima materia is, which people say is moldavite, which is a certain type of stone, a meteoric stone, a stone from outer space or another dimension or other realm, is present in all the ground there because they say that there was a large meteorite at one point that landed there, and Prague is in that crater of that meteorite. Now, the lore surrounding that is that it was actually the stone that fell from Lucifer's crown and landed on Earth. And from that is where Prague, and that crater is where Prague is created. And from that stone on Lucifer's crown was where people are able to achieve the magnum opus, and that prima materia is embedded in Prague. Okay, and that's why Rudolph II, the alchemical emperor, was there. And he moved his entire house to Prague because of that. And mind you, Rudolph II also collected spiders, by the way. Just a little fun fact. He also did collect small people because they thought that they were magical. Now, I don't know if that's a hint at the homunculus or what it is, but that he liked to collect midgets, essentially. Again, not to be offensive, but that he had a whole army of them because he thought that they were magical in some sort of way. He also had lions roaming around his palace that would attack people sometimes, and there's records of him paying people off because they were attacked by his lions. Imagine how baller that is, don't it? You have a lion just rolling around your palace, letting it do whatever it wants.
Like, yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. That lion went lion. Now, this is absolutely nuts, and I want to tell everybody, call in to the number down below. It's Juan's personal private phone number. Don't text it, just leave a voicemail, and we'll be taking calls now at the top of the hour. But Cat Williams, we just had on, and that was absolutely, I don't know, I was starstruck there, but I had to kind of shake my nerves off a little bit. You know, I get starstruck sometimes. When I met Violent J of ICP, I didn't say one word to him. I was just like, oh.
He's so cryptic, bro. What do you think he meant? What was the thing he said at the end there? Like he's like,
I don't know.
If a woodchuck could woodchuck wood. Is that what he said? Something like that.
But we broke this homunculus story, and there's a new story in the news right now while people are calling in. And we also have another guest that we're going to bring on as well. But the unknown is the best part of disastrous Willy Wonka house. This was a total disaster.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta bring this up in the. Let me bring this up real quick. This is absolutely funny. Let me pull up the clip. Where is it? Oh yeah, here it is.
Called the Willy Wonka Chocolate Experiment.
Okay. We gotta be careful how we play these clips on the news. But this Willy Wonka factory, it was a I mean, it was sold by AI. They made a commercial and all these kids went to it. And it turned out to be a canceled event after families were complaining, uh, rightfully so. And it just looks really whack. It's just a very whack. But I can tell you why it is whack. Like, look at this, right? You could go on the like jumping place. And the reason why this event didn't work was why, remember that when that Masonic ritual was leaked and it looked so silly? It's because of the space that they're in. I'm all about
Yeah.
presentation. Presentation is what it's all about. And this presentation was terrible. Now,
Also,
if you did this though in a smaller space, it would have been off the hook. You know what I mean? Like if you packed this in like a tiny little room with all this stuff, it would have been cool. But because there was so much space, it made it lame.
real quick, if you're gonna call in, keep it clean. Can't play the dirty stuff on air. So we have transcripts. So if you're gonna call in, keep it clean, and also call in with your story. So Nadia or Nydia, she called in and she just said, "I'd like to call in." So just call in, leave a message.
Oh yeah.
We'll play it.
So we're talking about the spiders. We said that we predicted it. This is in the news about the spiders. I mean, spiders are everywhere, helping the human race get off of the ED, the World Wide Web. I mean, it's all over the place. Even in the Bad Bunny music videos for New Year's, it was showing the spider. Now, this movie, I even made a commercial for it. But before I played that commercial, I wanted to should I show the commercial real quick?
Which commercial?
The commercial for this movie.
Oh yeah. The one I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
Go for it.
So I'm going to play the commercial for this film real quick.
Prohatska, how are you feeling?
I'm say that happiness is from magic rays of sunshine that come down when you're feeling blue.
What I'm doing is for everyone back home, and that makes me very proud.
So like, do you like this remix I made?
Bro, I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. When I saw it on Twitter.
And your wife Lenka, of course. I'm sure she's looking forward to having you home safe and sound. He's not doing well. He misses his wife.
Listen, dude, I love Adam Sandler, okay? I loved all his movies, and he was one of my favorite actors growing up. And I thought Uncut Gems was a masterpiece. I don't know about
Uncut Gems was tight. It's a true
It was
story.
good.
It gave me anxiety. I can't watch it, but I've seen it. It's good.
They shouldn't have left.
you. 6 months in isolation. You start thinking too much.
I'm getting interference.
Drunk
I did not intend to frighten you, skinny human.
Holy jeez.
Do not be afraid.
All the people at the zoo are very nice.
I just want to come home.
So first, Space Madison. So first it was Illuminati Penguins, which you did an episode on with Ani. Shout out to Ani. And now it's Illuminati Spiders.
Right. And I'm going to also bring Mark on because he did an entire presentation on spiders 2 years ago on our channel too. But this film, I only watched a few moments of it, but the way it starts off is a close-up of Adam Sandler's face, right? And then it cuts to a wide shot of him walking in a spacesuit. This is one of my favorite cinema tricks that they do in one of my favorite films, The Good and the Bad, the Ugly. This is the beginning of The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, where they start off. This is the beginning. This is how they started off, close up. And then the very next shot, wide shot. And I really like it when movies do that. It's just a cool contrast, and they started the movie off using that. Then you got him walking, and then it's covering up his eye with these trees. So you got the one eye symbolism right in the middle, and this isn't a stretch because the whole time he's walking, it is there, and it made me think of the trees.
Also, Donut, right? And this is how again does light imitate art, or art imitates life? And don't judge me for this, Donut. Okay, what I'm about to say, but in the movie they have the purple lights that attracted, kind of sort of attracted the spider. And
Really?
one of my favorite creams, which is the boom, it's called Rio de Janeiro, I think it's called, and the line is Boom Boom Cream, okay? And it smells really good, but there's a purple one that they were talking about that was attracting spiders onto people, and the spiders were biting people, bro. So they were putting on this lotion that smells really good, and the smell was attracting spiders, and the entire thing is purple, Donut. So how do you explain that? And this came out, again, if you look up lotion spiders Rio de Janeiro, does this here from Sephora. Let me see if I can find the packaging. So it's kind of like a blue sort of. I don't know if you can pull up my screen here.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a bluish purple, but Sephora's spider cream debacle. Okay, and allegedly people were wearing this cream and it was attracting spiders, dude. It was getting people bit.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I got to finish the film. That's wild. That's wild.
So again, that's weird.
That is weird.
I have the calls queued up too if you want
Yeah,
to.
let's bring on the first call, and then we'll bring on my family thinks I'm crazy to bring on his spider presentation as well.
Pull this screen. I'm gonna reveal the player right after
Oh,
this.
gotcha. 1 second.
Yeah, pull this screen.
And look at this. The 128 code is on Google, everybody. I always point out that 128 number. Soros pumped 128 million. But the movie's about like loneliness, from what I've seen. And we have this loneliness pandemic where people aren't saying hello to each other out on the streets. Everyone is scared and all of that. So it goes into a lot. And this looked like some plasma.
Somebody said you can tell Juan can't say
here, let me
in Spanish with a convincing Spanish accent. Bro, I've done entire podcasts in Spanish.
I'm going to share your screen again and then hide it.
Yes.
So, yeah, hide your screen one last time. And I'm also going to bring Mystic Mark on right now as well.
Yeah.
Let me okay, so can I share your screen and then hide it?
Yeah, so share it now and then hide it.
Sorry I'm late. I had to stop at Dairy Queen. I was hungry.
All good, bro. Appreciate you being here.
What up? What up? We got Mark at My Family Thinks I'm Crazy joining us right now. Thank you for coming on. And we did a presentation 2 years ago in 2022 on the spider elements. I got that video lined up as well, so we'll skim through it as well. But how are you before we get to the calls?
Good. Yeah, I don't know if I have that presentation stored anywhere anymore, but I remember what I talked about.
Yeah, I got it. So we're gonna go and take these calls right now.
Let's do it.
All
right.
Drop the number again.
First one up here. This is a local fan. We see her all the time. Here it goes. Let me know if you guys can hear this. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear this. Oh, hold on.
Yo, Juan,
Can you hear that?
it's Rhonda. I just wanted to say that I'm so proud of you for spreading the homunculousness to the lower people, such as those scumbags who are trying to bite your rhyme. And I also wanted you guys to talk about Wendy Williams because she seems to be the new Taylor Swift this week. She's got crazy eye like no other. And I think that she's going to be sacrificed fairly soon as well. So
Can we say sacrificed on YouTube?
Yeah.
I'm going to get back to watching y'all. And hopefully I won't be the only female calling in today.
Well, thank you, Rhonda. Rhonda, longtime supporter. She's talking about producer Wendy Williams, seeing her. Yeah, okay. We'll look into that. I don't know too much about it, but there's a lot of strange stuff going on with celebrities, especially Puff Daddy in the news right now, right?
P. Diddler, yeah. You got some weird stuff going on with that. Yeah, Wendy Williams, WW. So I think it's 66. Just interesting. I wonder what her middle name is. But here's the next call. And again, keep them clean. We had some people call in and they were saying bad words. And bad words are a no. So let's try and keep it clean as much as we can, please.
Oh, that was great. That's a funny.
What was that, Mark?
I said shout out to everyone in the chat. I saw everyone say what's up.
What up?
Hi.
What up? Here we go. Is Donut there? Donut, show your face.
Yeah.
All right. Just making sure.
Is addressing like, oh, that was great. That's a funny voicemail. Anyways, I don't know exactly the topic for tonight. My apologies. But my thing is addressing like what the isolation that comes with waking up. Even though we have these online communities, there's this isolation that at least I've experienced. I'm sure others have. And I'm not joking. If, Donut or whoever wants to pay, make some extra money, processing on an individual basis with us, that would be awesome. Because there is a lot that, most therapists wouldn't be able to touch on when it comes to the things that we learn in quote unquote the rabbit hole. So I don't know if that's off topic. I understand if that won't be addressed tonight, but that's kind of what's on my heart. And if you are interested in making some money and being a not pseudo shrink, but whatever, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.
It's absolutely on topic. Absolutely. The whole movie that we're talking about is about the loneliness epidemic, and it's very important to have human connections. The Reese's monkey experiment shows that when the baby's born, right, they just throw the baby on the mother for the physical connection, the physical touch. Even when you hug someone, it releases the endorphins. That's why everybody got to stay away from each other. Don't go near each other. Don't shake each other's hands.
6 feet apart, 6 to the side, 6 to the front, 6 to the back.
Yeah. And so having a community, it doesn't even have to be big, but just good people.
Speaking of rhesus monkeys, have you ever heard of the mouse universe experiment?
No, what's that?
So they set up all these mice in this situation where all of their needs were met. They didn't have to compete. They didn't have to do anything that they would normally use their instincts for. So, and on top of that, they created this basically like a city for mice, right? So imagine like these towers that they could climb up to the top of. So these women mice, the female mice, I don't mean to say women, that's not the right term, female mice, they go and coalesce at the top of these towers, right? And for whatever reason, they split up, and the women would all hang out up top and just kind of eat food and kind of just feel good about themselves or whatever. I don't know what mice do to stay busy, but they were occupied in these towers while the male mice all groomed each other and looked at their reflection in these mirrors that were set up for them. And they became these sociological terms, I don't know how accurate these are, but I would describe it as alpha male versus beta male. They came like these beta males that weren't concerned with procreating. They were concerned with grooming themselves. And so I'm missing a lot of the sophistication and the nuance of this experiment, but I encourage people to look it up. I'm pretty sure it's called.
What's it called? Yeah, because whatever happens with a rat, that's why we do these rat experiments and the mice experiments, because whatever happens to a rat or a mouse happens to a human. So that's why they do that. And they did this other study where they gave it like a community to hang out with. So going back to the Reese's and what you were talking about, they gave the mouse a community and cocaine. And if they removed the community, it got hooked on it. But once they brought the community in, it stopped. That was interesting.
Share this article I just sent you. I want you guys to see the picture.
Okay.
You know what a rat king is? Donna, you ever seen a rat king?
No. Oh yeah, I have. Yeah, where they get all tangled up, all the rats. Or with their tails, they get all tangled up. That.
Yeah.
If I bring up this article, this will be a good experiment. To see. Can you change your screen one real quick? So
Yeah.
I want to see what happens when I show my screen.
Go ahead.
Oh, you got rid of your screen?
Yep.
Okay. So this is
So
what
it's called Universe 25, the mouse utopia experiment that turned into an apocalypse. That's the name of the article. But yeah, it's Universe 25 was the name of the experiment. That's what they called this place that the mice lived in. So essentially, it's the idea that utopia would lead to, an apocalypse, and that competition and like the things that kept the mice busy were good for them in the long run, so to speak. I don't know if that means that, life should be suffering and there's a rat race or something, but there's a metaphor here. When did this take place? Does it say?
It's got to be the meaning in the life. That's interesting. I'm gonna read about this and learn about it. I don't know when it took place.
Ratatouille was real big too. I mean, it's still pretty big. It's a ride at freaking Disney.
So, and yeah, people should read the article because there's more to the experiment.
Wrote in 1972?
Yeah. We can't repeat some of these words on YouTube. Some of them are bad words now. So, but yeah, basically the alpha male mice were doing some naughty stuff, and the beta male mice were well, they weren't doing naughty stuff. The alpha males were doing very bad stuff. I shouldn't say that. But the beta males were not they were like grooming each other. That was the part that I remembered. Which I don't know, it just sounds weird. I don't know. It sounds a lot like
No, it doesn't sound weird at all. That's that's wild.
But anyways, so yeah, Universe 25 for people who want to learn more about that. Sorry to
No, I'm gonna look into this. That's wonderful info. Thank you, Mark. That's crazy. Let's go to the next caller, and you could call into the show. I'll post the number one last time. Are we getting a lot of calls?
We're getting a lot of calls. Yeah, keep it clean. Again, some we can't play because of the sensitivity that is YouTube. So just keep that in mind. If you're talking about sensitive topics, don't talk about them because we can't play them because we get
no R words, no F words. So I'll get a donut banned.
No S word that people do when they're feeling lonely. So that sort of stuff. We don't want to talk about that. And let me know. Pull up the. Hold on, Donut. Hold on. Don't pull that one up.
I won't.
Let me share the screen here. There we go. Now, yeah, you can. All right, share it.
Okay, I'm sharing it.
What does that say there? Channel works for the Okay, now pull it.
Yeah, I did hide it like that. Okay.
All right, cool. Now, give me a thumbs up if you can hear this. Can you guys hear that? Can you guys hear that? No? No? All right, let me try one more time. Hold up. All right, share screen. Entire screen. All right, channel work. All right, pull it up. Channel works for the Illuminati. Pull it.
And hide it?
Yeah, hide it. And then I'll pull in the. All right, let me know if you can hear this.
Hey, from Indianapolis, this is Marvin again. Called you guys last week. We're talking about the spiders, and this. She's not a spider, but you're making me think of her a whole lot. The Starbucks lady. If you Google some pictures of her, they're hiding it, but she has like 2 mermaid fins or whatever, and some people say she's like a parasite or whatever, spider parasite, queen of heaven. She has eggs on her. I don't know, but you guys are making me think about that. So keep up the good work. I'm always staying tuned, and everybody hit that like button. I'm sure he's over 3,000 viewers. All right, I'm out.
Hit that like button. It's interesting because in that movie, Donut, at the beginning, I don't know if you saw,
I did see it. Yeah,
Adam Sandler has the spiders under his skin, almost like some.
goes into his eyeball. We did the Illuminati worms, and that's where you get the black eye, right? When they put the worm in the eye, and Adam Sandler has all these pictures of him with a black eye.
And he was literally Lil Nicky, which wasn't he like the son of the devil or something like that?
Popeye's chicken's awesome. I used to talk normal too before my brother Cassius hit me in the face with a shovel.
So
That's my little Nicky.
Look at that.
That's the Illuminati worms. You get that in the VHS donut box.
That secret sauce.
Look at that
bro.
shiny. Look at that shiny. Oh, no.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Let me pull it. All right. Now you can share the screen.
No, it's shared. It's shared.
All right, there you go. All right, let's go to the next caller. We just don't want people to call people's phone.
And here, I'm going to bring up no, okay. Next call. Sorry.
All right, next caller.
Can you turn it up?
Turn it up.
Let me see how much I can only turn it up a little bit, bro.
Turn it up.
Not much.
This might be the caller's fault. They didn't speak loud enough. Listen, call back and stand close to your phone. Don't just hit call and then walk away from your phone. Do the call from across the room, guys. Come on now.
It's too low. So
have you ever seen a podcast before? We're all right on top of our mics.
Here we go to the next one.
Hey Juan, this is Jesse Ventura. I was happy to find that there's more awareness being brought to the homunculus situation.
Wow.
When I was governor of Minnesota, there was an event brought up by homunculus themselves. They came to me, they talked to me, and I told the CIA to get out of there because I wanted to work with the homunculus. Now, ever since I've been out of office, I've been trying to reach these homunculi. They were humongous homunculus. I figured if anybody knew how to find them, it might be Juan from the Juan on One podcast.
Wow.
Anyway, I'll be staying tuned. Great to hear that Cat Williams is among those who know the truth of the homunculi. Where there will be a homunculi party in July. Cheers, Ken.
Wow, dude. 2 celebrities in one night. You got Cat Williams and Jesse Ventura.
And Jesse. Dang.
This is wild, bro. This is crazy, dude.
Or just two.
Jesse Ventura.
Yeah, that's wild.
You guys want to hear my Jesse Ventura impression?
Sure.
No, you just did. Just kidding.
Did you hear my little Nicky impression?
Here, let's go to the next one. Is a 510, I think. Let me see.
What up, Donut? What up, Juan? Hey, Juan. What is a homunculus? I have no idea, dude. Explain. Right on. You guys rock. Tooth Mafia, American Paranoid, One-on-One podcast. All you guys open up my eyes so much. I just wanted to thank you. All right, late.
Yeah, what is a homunculus?
So, a homunculus is an alchemically created artificial being that is then used in magical rituals. So it's very complex. We've done hours and hours and hours of videos on this. If you want to check it out, I did a collaboration with Mind Unveiled on his channel. It's a 10-hour documentary on the homunculus, and it's got over 400,000 views. So check that out because you're going to get the entire history. Or you can go.
Wait. Juan.
Sí, señor.
We have an important question in the chat. Since you're the homunculus expert, do you think it's fair to say that Cat Williams is Mr. T's homunculus?
Yeah. Well, I think that a lot of people in Hollyweird are homunculi or moon children, or so.
Right.
Think of Birdman, Lil Wayne, perhaps, right? He's Lil for a reason. So Cat Williams is kind of Lil too. You got Joe Rogan's kind of Lil too. So that, again, it's part of the alchemical process because they don't develop fully. But again, that's just speculation, and maybe that's why they talk about it, because they are it. And I saw somebody talking about, oh, this dude's got to stop watching Full Metal Alchemist. Well, think about it. Where do you think Full Metal Alchemist got their ideas from? They got it from real historical evidence, from real historical records. And in that show, right, if life imitates art or art imitates life, in that show, society and the military, the highest governmental entities are run by homunculus. Okay. But hey, it's just an anime, right? I mean, pretty sure there's nothing to see there, and that's the type of attitude people dismiss it because the truth is greater than fiction.
What's interesting is the place that Adam Sandler was going to, the Chopra cloud, the purple plasma cloud in the show, was at Jupiter. It was on the outskirts of Jupiter. Now, this goes into the alien invasion that's promoted on the Joe Rogan podcast, with different agents coming on there and telling people that it's happening. Because if you read the Rothschild magazine, the Economist magazine, it goes very deep into the alien agenda coming from Jupiter. So they say octopuses are coming from Jupiter, and that's where he was heading towards, is Jupiter. So it kind of plays along the entire new religion being set up by the scientific architects of controlling the body, the mind, and the being of the person, of just them just being. It gets so deep, and it goes back to, these H.G. Wells, Bertrand Russells, and Aldous Huxley's. I mean, it's a very well planned out agenda.
Can we comment on the recent Joe Rogan Cat Williams interview? Because I feel like, I know Joe Rogan's mind, I think, well enough from listening, at least how he presents his mind on his podcast, enough to gauge Cat a little bit better than I thought I would as well. Because Cat was sort of like approaching like this hermetic kind of mystery from a very ATLiens kind of street kind of angle, which I can respect because that's where I first learned about a lot of this stuff, was through rap music. When I was a young guy, I would listen to rap in my teens, and I was interested in like the underground stuff, and they mentioned a lot of conspiracies, and they were popular artists. I mean, ATLiens, right? That's the Outkast. Outkast put that album out, but they made that album that name for a reason, because in Atlanta at the time, those sorts of ideas were being talked about, were being presented in the music. Then, of course, you see Rockefeller Records and the more, I guess you could say, Hollywood rappers who flourished in the 2000s. They start doing this kind of Illuminati flex kind of thing. And then that's when you see the underground rap stuff kind of fade away. And yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. I'm sure there still is underground rap. I'm just not in tune. I'm not young enough to keep up. But
Oh man, you gotta be in tune, man.
when it comes to Cat Williams and Joe Rogan, it was interesting because Joe kept taking it back to like this technical level, and Cat almost was trying to like grandstand wise guy him. And to be fair, I've only listened to the first 2 hours. I didn't finish the whole thing, but it felt like almost like Cat was like unwilling to have an equal discussion about it because he felt like he was there to school Joe, which I appreciate that. I think that explains some of his nervous energy, but it almost came off like he didn't know what he was talking about when I think it was more that he was trying to figure out a way to explain it to Joe, and Joe kept kind of bringing it back to the technical aspect. And even after a few things were established, Joe, and he does this with a lot of people, where he'll do like, and it's crazy, right? And Cat called him out on it, and he's like, "No, it's not crazy, Joe. It's not crazy. This is how it is. And I just feel like Joe, he's almost like playing a character, but not like in a facetious, artificial kind of way. He's almost like entertaining the subject, but he's very superficial about it. Like, it's pretty obvious to see, and I just feel like he's like a bromat, like a diplomat, a bro diplomat. Like he's willing to talk to everybody, but he has to like filter it through his bro way of looking at the world, which is very unfortunately
Bruh.
skewed towards the scientific mechanistic material view of things. And that's the majority of the people he talks to have that worldview, and comedians are just rare and strange enough to have all these alternative views, and it doesn't negatively affect their career the same way it could with people who are in these other jobs that Joe normally talks to. So Joe thinks he's trying to be professional and also diplomatic, but I think it just comes off like he's out of tune with what's really going on with what Cat was saying. And I don't think Cat was right about everything. I just think Cat was trying to navigate the conversation in a way that he didn't throw too much at Joe all at once. But I don't know if anybody gives a shit about my sorry.
Whoa, dude, it's a family show, dude. What's going
I
on,
don't know if
man?
anybody gives a crap about my opinions on the JRE Cat
That's
Williams
a
combo.
technical
Yeah,
foul.
technical foul, timeout for 2 minutes.
So this movie we're talking about is directed by this rapper, music video director, Johan.
Is that Mark?
No, it's not Mark. It's Johan.
Oh,
this
come
is the guy
on.
this is the guy who directed the movie. So speaking of the music industry's connections to all this stuff goes deep. Now, there's a couple words. Whoopsie, I gotta show you one that I think is alchemical. And you like how I did that low drop down? I think it's alchemical.
Do the creepy voice, Donut. Go. Put the creepy. We gotta play the itsy bitsy spider song that I created.
Now, Juan. On this channel. Yeah, I don't want it to get flagged, but so in the movie it says the spider bodies must not be violated.
Yep.
And then he says, I am like you, an explorer. And then he says, but why are you on this vessel? What would that mean alchemically?
So again, hermetically sealed vessel is where the magnum opus takes place. And you could see this as a sort of alchemical story where this dude is facing his inner demons. Now it's interesting because you mentioned, I think you mentioned animals earlier, right? And right, the octopus sort of being an alien from outer space has 8 arms. The spider has 8 legs. And I've been told on these esoteric streets that it's all about the 8, not the 7. And that there's actually a hidden chakra that is the 8th chakra. And it's supposed to be the one that sends you above and beyond, sort of thing. So maybe that's why they're pushing this spider symbolism. In the latest movie, Rebel Moon, as well, there was a spider queen looking lady entity in there as well. So, and it being a vessel similar to the Titan submarine any boat really is a vessel. If you think about Noah's Ark, that story, right? A boat is a vessel. So in my opinion, those are all chemical stories. But in this particular movie, this is about you see the transformation of the character from the beginning of the movie to the end. And I think that the spider represents, if we want to get Jungian with it, Jungian alchemy, he's facing his shadow self, right? His dark self, because this spider is communicating with him telepathically. And it's kind of sort of a part of him. And once it teaches him the secrets of the universe, similar to how the Watchers taught the daughters of men and all these different things, right? All these stories, they fizzle out. The spider fizzles out of reality and passes on to the next side.
Wow.
So I think it's about the transmutation of the character Jakub, which also translates to heal. And if we follow the Jacob and Esau story in the Bible, Esau was said to be this great hunter, wild man. Some people say that's like the bloodline of the Bigfoot. He's kind of hairy. Well, what's the spider? The spider's kind of hairy looking, right? So again, I'm just trying to look deeper within the symbolism. But
yeah, we got this video right here, Spiders in the Queen with Mark. My family thinks it's crazy. 2-2. So it was in 2022. So it was a while ago. And
I thought it was a year ago. It was 2 years ago.
I'm so proud of you, Mark.
Yes, 2 years ago.
The first
the
time
first,
I
the
ever-
begin.
Go
What's
ahead.
up? No, the first beginning, and you could catch this over on the Patreon. Mark has been supporting the Patreon over here at the Donut Factory and hooking us up with some amazing guests. So make sure to go subscribe to the Patreon. It's the first of the month. Get wicked smart with us. We got incredible interviews that we're doing over there, incredible videos. But we go into the mind of we talk about ninjas for the the beginning of this, but then you get into the spiders.
Yeah, that was in my last apartment.
And the spider wanted to taste, I think it was the eggs in the movie, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody mentioning fertilizing eggs, and if I'm not mistaken, the spider wanted to taste the eggs that Adam Sandler was eating. So again, that egg symbolism.
I got
So I could even go through just a couple of the slides that were here, and if your memory connects to what we were
I
looking
got some more stuff, and yeah, please, you can go through these slides, and we could reiterate what we did 2 years ago, because it has been a while. But I'm remembering now something that I don't think I remembered back then, but I definitely had already known or learned about it before this. It's from one of my favorite books, The Secret History of the World. So, yeah, I want to find this little passage that mentions spiders, because it's really, I think it connects to what
I bought it because
I mentioned it.
Yeah, and I'll
Good,
show
glad.
the screen. I'll show the screen.
Yeah, but for the folks who might think like, oh God, like what is this? It's not blasphemous, if you could read this book from a Christian worldview and appreciate it, I think. So don't think like just because it has the Illuminati eye on the cover that it's like some kind of crazy
homunculus confirmed.
Well, I've had a lot of people recommend this book, and you recommend this book too. I've never read it yet, so tell us about it.
Oh, it tells you the history of the world from the point of view of religions, which we always get the history of the world from the point of view of politics. And it includes more than just the monotheistic religions, but it includes them in a way that validates the monotheistic religions. So it's very interesting because like I said, you can read this book and it doesn't conflict with what Genesis teaches us. It adds to it, and it actually, I think in my mind, supports it and gives more credit to it for those who maybe aren't as devout as others, right? Because some people come through life and they get torn apart by these schools that teach them that science is this and God isn't real. And it takes them a while to come back to God. So if you're listening from that perspective, understand that that's my path, And this book helped me kind of understand some things that I think some people, take for granted based on the where they were raised. Some people have stronger morals and values in their families, others don't, But
Yeah, it helped Mark come out of the closet, so it's a really special book for him.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I'm out of the closet of of not being an atheist anymore. But
And
yeah,
shout out to God Pill Angel. I'll be going, Layla. I'll be going up on the Secret Society podcast with Cheney and Paranoid American after this. So I will be posting that link in the community section of the YouTube after this stream. But yeah, continue.
And
all right,
real quick, I want to give a shout out to all the people who have actually bought pamphlets. I've had a few people buy pamphlets tonight, so shout out to you.
Oh, during the show.
During the show, shout out to everybody. So if you want to get one, tjojp.com. Ignore my nails. 33 pages jam-packed of homunculus lore and how to take care of your homunculus, how to get it under control, all that good stuff. Appreciate you guys.
Will you show us your homunculus, you coward?
That's not yet, Donut. Not yet, bro. I'm working on it, bro.
You started that joke, you coward, and it's like the meanest thing you could say to somebody without like cussing. Calling someone a coward is like the rudest thing.
I'm disappointed in you, like that sort of thing.
Do you mind if I read this bit about spiders now?
Please do.
All right. So again, this comes from A Secret History of the World, and again, this is a spiritual version of man's history and knowledge. So in the secret history, the evolution of the species was not the even progress that science suggests. There were twists and turns that have important implications for the way we understand our own physiology and mental makeup. There were dead ends, false starts, and even deliberate attempts at sabotage. This is the Archons and Nephilim trying to sabotage us. Lucifer trying to sabotage us. According to the secret doctrine, animals evolved into the forms we are familiar with today, influenced by the stars and planets. Lions by the constellation of Leo, for instance, bulls by the constellation of Taurus. The cosmic plan was that all the world's biological forms would gradually be incorporated into humankind, which was intended to be the crown of all creation. So this is the concept we're going with here, folks. It's some deep stuff. So again, read this book if you're curious about it, or listen to my podcast because we just talked about something like this today. As the gods led humanity closer and closer to human anatomy as we know it, they assumed the part animal, part human form. Again, this is not about creation. This is about the gods, aka little g gods, Nephilim or whoever, fallen angels, manipulating humanity. So that's what that means. Again, this isn't sacrilegious stuff, folks. The Egyptians, the Persians, and the Babylonians, until they finally assumed anatomically perfect forms remembered by the last great civilizations of the ancient world, the Greeks and the Romans. For example, the goddess of the planet Venus was cow-headed Hathor, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to skip ahead to the spider part, but the part I'm skipping talks about giants and how the Book of Enoch describes the creation of the giants. But it says snakes, spiders, beetles, and parasitic creatures were formed under the malignant influence of the dark side of the moon. So what we're talking about there is the astrological influences of the other realms. Did these guys just ditch me while I was reading?
I just thought it was funny because he had his face there, and then I got my face here.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you guys both took a bathroom break while I'm reading.
I was sneezing, so I had to turn off my camera. I got pollen here in Florida.
You gotta
I
take a
was just being in the audience. That's all right. I was about to, just get personal with the audience.
Let's go to the next caller.
Yeah, let's take another call. But the point I guess I was trying to make is that this book is interesting. It mentions spiders.
Have you guys read this book? Speaking of Illuminati eyes,
I read it. I made a documentary on it. Shout out to Joseph P. Farrell, Oxford scholar. Burn, 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 burn.
I gotta get that sound clip. Yeah, so a listener sent me this one. And
look at the color of it.
And this one this week. So shout out to this listener that sent me these.
That's very kind of him. His books are expensive. So Demon in the Ecker goes over plasma, right? And it's the hypothesis is plasma a intelligent life form, certain plasmas. And that sky in the movie, right, is purple and it looks like plasma, like the sun shoots out plasma. Now, we have an aura field around us that can be photographed through the technology cameras. And he brought up something, and this dude, he's religious. So it was a very spiritual book. And he said this word. He says, if plasma is an intelligent life and we have plasma around our body, we are a soul within a soul. And I thought that was just mind-boggling, like the words. And then he goes into the hypothesis is the Great Pyramid a acoustic bioweapon, and that was
interesting.
Oh, but the color of the book is purple, just like the plasma cloud.
Yeah, which the plasma cloud is the singularity, essentially. It's the start and the end of the entire universe and the galaxy and all that. So it's really interesting. What an interesting movie for Adam Sandler to be on. And what was the Eight Crazy Nights? Was that the Adam Sandler movie? I love that movie.
It's a technical foul.
So give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear this.
Hi, it's my Cherie. I just wanted to say happy birthday to Donut and to the Gnostic Chef and Ani Asaru. Okay, bye.
Oh, thank you so much, my Cherie. That's amazing.
Happy birthday to everybody except for Chan, because Chan works for the CIA and the Illuminati. So
right.
You work for the hidden paw.
The hidden paw. Here's the next caller from a 503.
I got a caller. Hold on. Oh wait, no, go ahead.
All right.
Juanito. Hey, what's up, Juanito? What's up, Donito? Just calling right here from Portland again. I wanted to see if y'all could go into like the WWE rituals they got going on, because one wrestler from the company recently murdered his wife, I think like a few days ago or something.
Whoa.
I just wanted to see if you guys could connect that somehow.
Well, the eclipse is going to go down April 8th, and the WWE is going down April 7th. So, and then you got that new Civil War movie coming out. But tell us about April 8th, this eclipse.
Well, Mystic Mark would know about this. April 8th was the first day that Crowley made contact with Ayahuasca. Okay. And it was April 8th until the 10th. Because you know more, because you study Crowley, bro. I mean, you're the Crowley guy.
Don't be putting all that on me. I know a lot about a lot. Okay. I just took some time to make sure I knew about him before I put my opinions out there. And but that's a different conversation. I don't know really anything about that. I feel bad for that woman's family that happened to her, and I hope that guy goes to jail. As far as rituals go, I don't know that. I don't see that being something that's on like the main stage. If we're talking about like ultra famous person, okay, I get that in the WWE maybe that person might be super famous, but from my understanding, it takes a lot of attention for those kind of things to have an effect, like something that the whole world observes, like Princess Diana, or JFK or 9/11, right? Like massive events. I don't know that you can say that was coordinated somehow for a ritual effect. I think if anything, it just that's something that we shouldn't talk about out of respect for that woman's family. To be quite honest, I'm not comfortable commenting on it beyond that.
So
good call.
This eclipse is happening April 8th the day that Crowley spoke with Iowas.
That's just a coincidence, Donut, dude. Come on. Don't be
Oh,
spreading
man.
conspiracies, bro.
And look, I got to talk to Rick Spence, doctor, and I'll be releasing that interview, everybody, this month. I'm putting together some amazing edits with some wicked smart researchers, but you can get it right now over on the Patreon. Go hit that subscribe button down below. We should go to the next caller.
You ready?
Oh, bro. Yeah. But we can finding some crazy stuff over there though, for real though.
Wait, hold on. You have to pull up my screen again, bro.
All right, I'm gonna pull it up.
Oh,
I'm gonna hide it.
There we go. Here we go. Ready?
And I got Mystic Mark's my family. Oh, I got Mystic Mark link down below. Go subscribe to his YouTube channel and the homuncologist himself, the one-on-one podcast. Cat Williams is subscribed, as we heard. Go subscribe. Got his links down below, and he has the manual on how to create your own homunculus. Sure, you're gonna have to find the biggest dog on the block and do some weird things to a cow to create.
That's just one of the versions, bro. That's there's cleaner versions. There's non-GMO versions of homunculi.
There's
kosher
organic
version.
homunculi. Yeah, kosher, organic, vegan, certified homunculi.
All right, here we go. Let's play this next caller from a 240 number. So here goes. Oh.
How's it going, Juan? This is Zerlast Immortal from the chat. Good to meet your acquaintance. My 2 cents about spiders is that as someone who is into divination in the mythos and things of this nature, spiders are weavers, and weavers, such as women who weave fabrics, goes back to the mythos of the prophecy witches, the Norns as they are known in the Norse, the Stygian witches in the Greek, etc. Right? There's a spider quality to these women. And with that spider quality, they can tell the future, they remember the past, and all of these different things.
What was that, Mark?
Is he talking about women in Italy who do the tarantula dance?
I didn't hear that part, but let's finish it up and I can rewind it here in a second. Let me look at the transcript.
For the past,
Maybe he can elaborate because he's in the chat.
the present, and the future. All right. Oh, and don't forget to talk about the spider god Anansi from Africa. I'll catch you later.
Interesting insight. Yeah, that is another one that I saw while browsing the interwebs.
And isn't it interesting that 2 supposedly separate, unconnected cultures, the African cultures and the North American Indian cultures, both have stories about spider goddesses and this idea that this spider goddess or the spider god was involved in the creation of the universe somehow. That should not be seen as a coincidence or an artifact of a primitive man's mind. It's just, that's, to me, I think, an indication of something I was talking about earlier today on my podcast. But I like that thought that there are these spider women that can use their spider abilities to tell the future, present, and past. I mean, I don't know. I think we can all tell what's going on in the present, but they could see what's happening in the past and in the future. Maybe they could read minds or something, but I didn't hear him. I think I tuned out for a second when I was responding to Northside's question about which bud I'm smoking. So I don't know if I
That's a black and mild. That's a black and mild. That's a cigar, everybody.
Right, yeah, this is just tobacco.
A mini cigar, yeah. There you go. So
I do live in a state where cannabis is legal, so
well, yeah, hypothetically, right? If
I were, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, so again. Is there other thank you? He's in the chat right
Yeah,
now.
Italian the Italian tarantula dance is like this dance that they do in Italy in these folk festivals to invoke the spirit of the spider, and I think it has something to do with oracles and being able to tell the future.
Interesting. And you want to go into? You guys want to move on to the next one here?
And it sounds like when you say tarantula, it sounds like tarantula.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's where the word comes from. Want to do the next one, Donna?
Yes, please.
Hey, what's up? My name is Ryan. I've told this story a couple times in different places. I had just moved into a new apartment in 2020. I believe it's 2020 or 2021. I can't remember because that couple of years it kind of blurs because we had so much going on. Anyways, me and my family moved into a new apartment, me, my wife, and kids. It was right around the first, or not the first week of December, but the week of Christmas that year. So that's why kind of like the year gets messed up. Anyways, one night I was laying in bed with my wife, and how our bed was faced, the foot of the bed was towards the door, and if it was open, you could see down the hall. So the hall would shoot right. We were at the very edge of the house. Okay. So I saw a glowing light. It was about like 1:30 in the morning. I was on my phone just playing, on my phone, and my wife was asleep. Saw a glowing light, and I'm like, man, that's really weird. I'm gonna get up and check what that is. I thought maybe it was my computer or something in the living room. And so I told my wife, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna get up and check out this light. I get up, I look down the hall, I don't see anything. And then this house is so small. It was a government housing apartment. So it was like you could walk through the entire thing in like 10 seconds. So I go down the hall and it opens up to the kitchen and the living room, and there's nothing there. So I'm like, okay, well, that's weird. So I just go back to the bathroom to go pee and then go back to bed. And I don't know, like I got back in bed, I looked at my phone, it had been 45 minutes. I wake my wife up, I'm like, where have did I go somewhere? Like it's been 45 minutes. It was like 2:30 in the morning. I left at 1:45. I got back at like 2:15. It was like not 15, but it was just 45 minutes. Is all I remember. Really strange. I've never had anything like that ever happen before or since. But yeah, I had missing time for 45 minutes. All I did was go down the hall, look down the hall, go to the bathroom, and go back to bed. So it should have took me about 2 minutes. And yeah, I'm kind of nervous talking on the phone here to you guys, so that's why I'm kind of tripping up on my words. But I appreciate everything you guys do. I love it, man. Thank you.
What do you guys think? You guys think this guy was abducted and touched inappropriately by the interdimensional aliens?
I don't know, but I got nervous like that though when Cat Williams called into the show. I didn't know what to say.
Neither did I.
I was like, oh my goodness. But I don't know if it was him or not, so I didn't know if it was just somebody.
What happened?
Cat Williams called in, bro.
Well, we don't know if it was him or not. It sounded like him. But.
All right. Yeah, sure. Cat Williams called.
Shout out to Low Key.
Shout out to Low Key.
For president. I'll check out that track. If you send it to me, I'll play it for, intros and outros and stuff too.
So the Gnostic chef has been throwing some fire in the chat, and also Lisa corrected me. It's the tarantella, not the tarantula. Obviously, the tarantula.
Spreading fake news here, of course.
But
Mystic Mark spreading fake news here on the Donut Factory.
News. The Gnostic chef is dropping hot fire. What's wrong with him?
Yeah, wasn't it you that said tarantula? You said it first. No?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Fake news by pronouncing.
Gotta take responsibility for your actions, Mark. It's called taking.
There's a lot of. I'd like to talk about the mantis aliens, and somebody in the comment talked about the tarantula female would do the cannibalism, eating the male after sex thing, and so does the mantis woman after the sex. It cannibalizes the male, and there's a lot of reports and paintings of the mantoid alien, the mantis, doing sex time acts with the people. Yeah, I'll bring up them imageries.
No, don't bring up the. What is that? Insect Hub? Insecthub.com?
Yeah, don't bring up any sexy time imagery.
Insectoid coitus. All right.
Next thing you know, we're gonna get spammed in the chat with show boobs, show
yeah.
All right, you go subscribe to Patreon to see that content.
What you do behind closed doors, known as your own stuff. The people on YouTube don't want to see that, bro. Come on,
all right. Fair enough.
For saying the F word, and you're doing this crap.
Well, that's a bad word. That's That how's the South Park song go?
It's okay.
No, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's easy. Okay, you're right. Yeah, it's easy. Okay. Step one instead of say buzz like kiss my buns or your bun ho. Step two instead of say poo like it's bullhead, poo head, and poo is code. Step three, step B, drop the T because Bic is Lana for generosity. Step 4, don't say F anymore because F is the worst word that you can say. Just use the word okay.
How do you know all these lyrics so well, Donut?
Okay. That's what it is, bro. It's the Akashic Records.
Donut's breaking it down.
Damn, bro.
This is a certified hood classic.
You can do it. It's all up to the okay. I don't know if you ever seen Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. South Park, the musical. Oh my goodness. Fabulous musical. I knew those guys were going to win the Emmys.
All right, we got quite a few more phone calls. What do you want to do? You want to play these? I have 3 more queued up.
Let's do the last 3.
All right, here we go. Let's run it. Here we go.
Yeah, this is for the homunculus expert, dude. I just wanted to know if any of you guys are familiar with Michael Hoffman's work. I remember maybe 2 years ago reading the book,
his book on my
Secret
desk right
Societies and Psychological Warfare. And that's where I first read about the homunculus, that it was believed that they put the homunculus inside of that nuclear bomb when they detonated the Fat Man or whatnot down over there in Arizona or New Mexico. And that when they detonated it, they believed it to be animated for that split second or whatnot. So, yeah, I just wanted to call and see if you guys ever heard of Michael Hoffman or, are familiar with his work.
Hold on.
That was the first place I ever heard about the homunculus.
All right, check this out. So I love that caller. That's so weird because I have Michael Hoffman's books on my desk right now.
If you love him, blow him a kiss then, bro. I dare you.
I love him, dude. He's great. He's a smart guy. So, all right. So what he's talking about is right here in the book, and it's called Jumbo. So this thing called, here, I'll show you again. So this thing called Jumbo was basically a huge bottle which rocket scientist Jack Parsons believed contained a homunculus made animate by radiation. It received 800 yards from ground zero during the world's first atomic detonation. And Michael Hoffman also talks about how they did this on the 33rd parallel for a very specific reason. I just had a guy on my show named Bradley Lale who talks about how all this weird stuff has happened on the 33rd parallel, alien sightings, cryptid sightings, ghost encounters, all this weird stuff always happens on the 33rd parallel. And he thinks that it's some kind of dimensional rift that the military is trying to either close up or open up, and maybe it's like some kind of grid that the UFOs are using to fly on, in which case the military might want to shut it off by blowing up these nuclear weapons. Because one of the theories, and Joe Rogan mentioned this on Cat Williams with the interview, is how he names his comedy mothership about the little boy and the big boy, because that's the nuclear bombs. And after they dropped the nuclear bombs, the aliens started showing up. Well, guess what, Joe Schmogan? You don't realize that you're wrong. And the aliens started showing up after they dropped the bombs a drive away from you from Austin, right in New Mexico at the Tria, whatever, De los Muertos, right on the road of the dead from Mexico. What is it called? The
Dia de los Muertos.
No, not the Day of the Dead. The Journey of the Dead, or the Road of the Dead. How do you say that in Spanish?
La calle de los muertos.
No,
La
it's like
carretera de los muertos.
La Horna del El Muerte, something like that. I'll find it. It's in here.
Put in the private chat. It's the first time I'm hearing about this particular one, but the big jumbo was in New Mexico at the Trinity site in the land of enchantment, which is New Mexico, and they were trying to radioactively
connects to Route 66 and the Road of the Dead, which I'm not remembering the Spanish name, but I'll find it. It's in here.
It's fine. Yeah, somebody earlier said that I can't speak Spanish. I mean, I've only done full episodes in Spanish, but I'll read it for you, bro. I'll do you the solid, dude, if you bring it up. And
Culo.
Well, I'm gonna learn Spanish.
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
Chan
La
speaks Spanish too, bro.
Chan, he speaks Chinese. He speaks Hebrew.
He's a spy, bro.
He speaks Hebrew Jewish gematria. He speaks Russian.
Oh. Yeah, I said it right. Jornada del Muerto.
Jornadas de Muertos.
JORNADADELMUERTO.
Yeah, I don't know. I speak Puerto Rican Spanish, so we don't say that word.
This is like Mexiquito, real
Mexicano.
Mexicano.
Yeah, we love Mexicans. I love Mexicans.
Let's go to that next caller.
Let's go to the next caller. Shout out.
We gotta get Michael Hoffman on the show. Oh, by the way, I've interviewed Michael Hoffman on my podcast.
Michael Hoffman. I'll say it now in front of how many people are watching right now, Donna? How many people? I'm gonna say it.
Thousands and thousands of people.
I'm gonna
Smash
say
the like button, please, and thank you.
Michael Hoffman's a coward. He said no to come on my show. I've got the receipts to prove it. All right. He said no.
Face.
He said no. I tried to. He didn't want to come on the show.
Well, not with that attitude.
Yeah, not with that attitude. Juan, this is the second time you've said this to me. You know what?
Oh, my bad. Sorry. I didn't mean to do that sign. People are gonna freak out. Listen.
I think a squeaky wheel needs some oil, and you're a squeaky wheel. You keep having the same problem every time with different guests. How come I can oil slick my way into talking to whatever these guests are, and then you have an issue with it?
The truth hurts in a world full of lies. You know what I'm saying? The truth, the people. I keep it 100%.
You gotta keep it brief in the email. Keep it polite. Be diplomatic.
I did.
Whatever. This is inside baseball.
He was the one that was going off. Anyway, I got the receipts. All right, I can show everybody. I'll expose it. All right, so don't tempt me, dog. Let's go to the next voicemail. But if Michael Hoffman's listening,
podcast police, are you kidding me? I'm just trying to help Juan. I'm trying to help him get more.
I don't need a guest to make my podcast good. I make my podcast good. So if you want to come on,
we all have a fun here.
He can come on.
Sweet old man who sent me a whole book for free. So
I've got his books here somewhere too, bro. All right. If he doesn't want to come on, he doesn't want to come on. I'm not going to force the man to come on. That's it. You can't handle the heat.
That caller
is oncologist.
G. That caller was a G. Shout out to you, bro.
Next call. Here we go.
What up, gentlemen? It's your boy C-Mac the Man. I just want to show love what you guys do, Brody. Your boy from Vegas, Donut represent.
702.
One-on-one comic, got the pamphlet, MK Ultra, the Homunculus pamphlet, the Chaos Twins, all that. You know what I'm saying? Just support, man. Y'all throw them likes up. Much love. Be good.
Thank you, C-Mac.
Much love, C-Mac.
My friend was named J-Mac. He passed away back in high school a long time ago. Best freestyle out there on the planet. But not anymore. But rest in peace.
R.I.P. Here's
That's where I learned my rap skills from.
We had this guy call back, bro. The guy that we couldn't hear, he called back. That's how much he wanted us to hear his message. So here he is.
Yo, what's up?
Oh, it's still too low, bro.
I can hear him now. Give him a shot.
I can hear him.
Yeah, give him a shot. Give him a shot.
Give him a shot. We'll turn it up. Turn it up.
Got to be real quiet, guys.
Listen, sorry. I wanted to come at you. Your Wi-Fi routers, all the technology around us, metaverse idea. So we got all the routers in our house. Sending signals off of us, EMF or RF or whatever.
He's calling on Wi-Fi.
No, for sure. What he's talking about, he's talking about the electronic magnetic frequency.
This has got an electronic magnetic frequency problem because his voice keep coming in, out, in, out.
His phone's
on
Wi-Fi,
the way to get to help out with that, just unplug your modems. I heard,
or
right?
you can get Faraday fabric and put put Faraday fabric over your devices when you're not using it, and then there's no chance of any beams coming out of it, whether it's on, off. I mean, you could always unplug everything, but who has the time to plug and unplug everything?
Yeah, you know, I'm doing a documentary that will be coming out this month, maybe next month, on this topic, on the in Arizona. Got some predictions for Arizona. That's pretty nutty, but it is not that nutty once you look into it. But I'm gonna go and document Arizona and show how it is the new smart grid city, and I think a big ritual gonna happen there. But we here with the homuncologist himself, the one-on-one podcast. Hello, beautiful. Look at
We're
that.
getting some compliments in the chat. Someone said we're all so good looking and entertaining that they're getting distracted from the show. Wow, I'm blushing over here. I am taken, but I am blushing.
Thank you, thank you. And that down there is Mystic Mark. My family thinks I'm crazy. Look how beautiful. Look how beautiful Mystic Mark is. Look at
Is
the
that
way
a purple jacket, bro?
No, it's blue.
Oh,
Just
it looks
looks weird
purple.
with the lights. And
Yo,
someone
yo,
said,
he gotta wear that blue jacket because he'd be bringing the fire, and it's the only way to protect from the fire. Oh no!
Oh no!
Well, I got all your links down below. I gotta get up out of
Hold
here
on.
because I'm going up on the Secret Society of Good Guys podcast. Smash that like button. Go subscribe to both of these beautiful gentlemen channels. Go subscribe to the Patreon. Go get your homunculus manual. Cat Williams talking about the homunculus. Grow your own homunculus and do something with your life. And Mystic Mark, I mean, be booking some amazing guests as well over up on the Patreon. Go subscribe to all 3 of our Patreons. Do it, or the Truth Mafia is going to come get you. Much love.
yes, support my Patreon so I could buy a bookshelf and get these books off the floor, as somebody in the chat pointed out. Very observant. You must have eagle eyes.
Yes.
Anyone
Much
else?
love, everybody. What?
All right, bye. Anyone else notice that Juan's last name is Allah? What is that?
Dude,
that's a weird clue.
My goodness, dude, what is going on here?
Can I get a
oh yeah,
oh
yeah,
oh yeah?
Much love, y'all, and God bless you.
Money.